Hello everybody and welcome to MERMAIDS Tarot. I'm about to begin here with a reading. Now this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with everybody. It really is important that you do take whatever does resonate with you and you simply leave the rest of it aside. So if you do have any questions you would like to contact me, please do so. It will be my great pleasure to assist you. So please do not hesitate. It will be my great pleasure. All the information you need is right below into the YouTube description box. So list of readings, contact, everything is right there. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do click onto the subscribe button to show your support to the channel and to myself, and it is always greatly appreciated, and I do thank you so very much. So with no further ado, let's begin this reading. These are messages of love, of healing, of protection coming from the mermaids. So let's begin. As usual, you take what's good, leave the rest aside. I have three messages. First one being freedom. Second one is sacrifice. And the third is time out. So let's start this off with a little bit of freedom. This is about, of course, your independence. It's about that self-determination. So sometimes in life, we identify and we define ourselves by the groups or the organizations that we belong to. Somewhere along the way, our unique energy can kind of be muffled. The mermaids now are asking you to be independent, to have a sense of who you are, whether in or without a loving relationship, to know who you are and what it is that you love and that you like and you wish for and you dream of and that you desire from the world, apart from the desires of the family or the group. They're not the same thing. So because the group mind has at this time dominated, however quite gently, your own independence and your self-determination, this is about you taking some time to detach from the group, to watch, to observe. But you need to go within, you need to feel, and you need to begin to note what it is that you wish for. And then you need to begin to contribute to those dreams that you do wish for. So when you receive this message, the mermaids are saying it is your turn, but first you must get to know yourself, your true self, but all over again. So with the independence and the fleeting attachments, the mermaids is going to show you how to maintain who you are within that intimate physical relationships. It's about her unabashed beauty and about that unself-conscious allure that shows us that we are desirable and that we're powerful simply for being alive. And if you feel an affinity with somebody else, well, then it's about wanting to be joined with a lover, that we should sincerely examine how much of ourselves we change when we're with that partner. Now, the mermaid syndrome can extend, to women or to men. This is about changing. Okay, it's like the fairy tale, the Little Mermaid who changed her appearances to be with that prince. Same thing. This is about your appearance, it's your manners, it's your interests, it's your religion, everything that you might want to modify or to change simply to be with that other person. And it goes in both ways, men or women. So the mermaid's presence in our life here is requiring that we become closer to who we truly are and honoring our own truths instead of adopting and adapting to another's sacrificing who we're in order to be with another who may not require that you change anything at all. So make sure that if you are willing to do any changes, that you're doing them for yourself and not for this person that you wish to be with. Moving on forward now to your following message, we do have over here some sacrifice. And the sacrifice is there's some people in your life that it's worth making sacrifices for, and there are those who are simply going to try to destroy you. So this is about knowing that in the world of the air, there's often a need to choose between what is wanted right now and what is best to wait for. And in our language here, this really means sacrifice, okay? What it is that we need to do this sacrifice. So you may be contemplating maybe doing something that is a hardship, or maybe even giving up something that's very precious to you. But you might be doing this in order to demonstrate how important a third option is to you. You need to remember, though, that to make the choice to sacrifice, and that by doing so, you have made what you've made has been offered up wholly and made more sacred the goal that you're questioning for. You need to make your sacrifices wise ones and be sure to decide whether the sacrifice is the very best path for you. Sometimes people make what they think are sacrifices because they feel others are going to view them but in a certain way. And by doing so, they can become martyrs, and they wish only to be viewed as good. Remove this from your thinking. See whether you truly wish one thing or another. And then when you make that choice and it is freely given, then you have truly made something quite sacred. The whole process has become divine in its nature, and the reward in it is that space clearing that you've created into which the great good can be poured, and you are going to be blessed, for you have blessed the world with your beautiful offering. And we're going to conclude this reading over here with a little bit of a time out. Not because of punishment, I may say. This is really about awareness. It's about contemplation. It's solitude. It's a little bit of time alone, but it is time that is accorded that you wish to have. So this is, every soul has time to observe, to think, to be, to ponder the way to live consciously and thoughtfully, yet without any lies, without any manipulations. And yes, there's joy, there's delight, there's grace, there's play. However, we are intensely social creatures, and at times, we just have to be alone. Or we risk of losing ourselves in our seeing of ourselves only in relationships to others. What others think, how they see you, the workplace, the community, your family, everything has influenced you in many different ways, but now it is a time to see who you are. So please take some time to get to know who you are when there is nothing between you and your own soul, your mind, your body, and your spirit. There is much to think about into this new world and how it is that one can live with physicality. What is the sensuous world? How can it be lived with and learned from? How can we stop thinking and separating everything? How do we integrate? How do we reward those who have assisted us? What is appropriate for the bounty of the earth that has offered us? Have some time alone and simply wander about all of these things and more. This is about when this card comes on over for you. It is time for you to take some time to consider what it is that you truly feel. What do you feel? What do you believe? And know by having some time alone, without anybody else, specifically as you can never be truly alone. The experience of your life has already given you that deep wisdom. It is now time for you to strip away sophistication and contradictions and to go right down to the heart and the marrow of what it is that you've learned in this lifetime so far. And that is going to be found in that deep quiet of the shoreline and where nobody else is. You're all alone onto the shoreline. It could be a great time for you to become quieter, more of a listener to your own thoughts, to observe how to react, what you respond to, and discover how to proclaim your individual soul amongst all that is. So if we understand that we care for, that we love, and then we're children of this planet, of the stars. We need for fighting to ensure your own survival may no longer take place. We each have a responsibility to the other, yet we must maintain our very own sovereignty to begin everything together. So by taking this time out alone, you are giving back to yourself, to your own voice, to your vision, and you can begin to develop understanding and compassion for the various voices that you've given home to, yet that you don't quite belong to yet, but you've given a home to it. Perhaps explore conducting a ritual to celebrate your alone time. So this is really about, watch that sunrise and the fall, walk the shoreline, observe, write. You must clear and listen once again. You are going to have thoughts. If you like nature, be in nature. You must be reborn. You must have solitude, and you must contemplate on what it is that you want and who exactly you are. This is your time out. That being said, this does conclude this reading. I do hope that you enjoyed. I do hope that it brought you some interesting messages you'll be able to ponder upon. If you have any questions you would like to contact me, please do so. All my information is right below in the YouTube description box. If you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow with new messages. Many blessings to you.